Hello everybody, welcome to Kadikoy Podcast. It's episode 24. I'm your host Ilkay Aslan, and today I have Dominic with me. How are you today, Dom?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I feel good. Thank you very much. And there's a really important transfer news about Fenerbahce, and there's a Dutch guy, another Dutch guy. It's called Wanda Will, who played for Paris Saint-Germain last years, and now his name is on everywhere in Turkey. The rumors say he's about to sign for Fenerbahce, and he has been in Istanbul a few days ago with his wife, and he it seems like he's really enjoyed Istanbul. He covered this cover photo with Istanbul, Bosphorus. So,
Mm.
what do you want to say about this transfer?
Well, I think he'd be a great signing, of course. He's not someone I thought we'd ever be able to get, first of all, so I was quite surprised to hear that he'd actually visited our club facilities and things. And yeah, I've seen there was an interview with him just as he went through the airport in Istanbul after his trip, and like you said, he seemed to enjoy it. He's definitely someone I think would improve our team. Whether he does sign with us in the end, we'll have to wait and see. But I definitely hope he does sign with us. I think he'll be one of our big summer transfers.
Mm-hmm.
He does like a big star player, and he's quite still sort of young as well. And he's good. He'd definitely be a good guy to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's only 28 years old, I guess, and yeah, he has been much better at Paris Saint Germain. I mean, we had Gökhan Gönül, so we don't have him anymore. But it seems like Wanda Will is a little bit much better than Gökhan because he helps team to score more goals. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Gökhan plays with his heart. He always tries to do his best, but he wasn't really enough to help the team to score some goals. You know what I'm saying? But Wanda Will is a player like this. So yeah, it will be really great to have him at Fenerbahce. It will be a really big transfer in the summer. So hopefully we will have him, and also he's a free agent. But there's one problem. The new manager of Paris Saint Germain wants him to stay one more year. You know what I'm saying? They're ready to offer him a new contract, as Rumours says that. But I don't know. Hopefully they will not, because it will make his mind complicated. Because he has already been in Istanbul, and it seems like he's really enjoyed with that one. And he's at the moment he's in Miami. He's enjoying his holiday. So probably we will see in a week we will see what's going to happen about Wonderville. It will be really great transfer for Fenerbahce. So I would really love to have him at Fenerbahce, and hopefully we will. And the good thing is he's a free agent, right? So you don't have to pay any money for any club.
No,
Yeah, if you
we don't have to get rid of anyone.
yeah, free is always good. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, okay, and also it's I think it's going to be like this. We will sign four players at the same time. You know what I'm saying? We will release a dissemination about this. The players are called. Here are the names. Wonderville, as we talked, and Bursaspor left back Emre Taşdemir, and then Sivas Sports player Atif Şeşu, and the guy who really we can't say his name actually. So let's say Roman from Schalke. He's a Schalke center back, Roman. So these four players um, will be announced at the same time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have really no idea about Emre Taşdemir. I've seen him a few times, but he's young, so he has some times to improve himself at Fenerbahce. Um, we know Atif from Sivasspor, really great player, and also Sivasspor chairman or someone from Sivasspor. Uh, he says Atif is in Mecca at the moment. You know what I'm saying? He's praying, and he's in Mecca in Saudi Arabia. And when he comes back to Istanbul, he will sign for Fenerbahce. And also Roman from Schalke is really close to signing for Fenerbahce. So let's start with Emre Taşdemir. What do you think about him?
Well, like you said, it's not someone I know too much about, but if you look at, I think Bursaspor, it's like a really good place to kind of sign players from at the moment. Unfortunately for them, they're always selling them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you think about we had Volkan Şener, and Ozan Tufan already from their sort of club. I think Emre. I think it'll be a good signing to have. He's 21 years old. He's just only. I think he's only going to get better, and I think he's probably at quite a good level already. Definitely for the Super League. He might lack some experience for Europe, but he's definitely a guy who would be good to get young and help progress through the club. Maybe he could be like another Gurkan Gönül, this time on the left side.
Yeah, he's still young. He has got time, you know what I'm saying? So by the time we will see what he's gonna do at Fenerbahce. So we have already talked about Atif Şeşu, but I know that you still got something to say about Atif, right? You and Yukis love this guy a lot. I see that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of waiting because for the time that we're going to sign him, it's a long process. I remember it was a bit like last season. I think we all knew we were going to sign Fernandao, and it was just sort of waiting until it's going to be official. But everyone knew for so long it was going to happen. So I think, it's just sort of, we kind of know he's signed, but we're just 99% sure, and we just got to wait for that. When it eventually happens. It's getting a bit impatient.
Yeah, we can say that we already have Atif Şeşu. You know what I'm saying? It's like really acid and really official, and we have Atif right now. So let's talk about this Schalke center back, Roman. I mean, I've checked him. I knew him from Champions League when Galatasaray faced them. He was I don't know, he was okay, but I really don't think that he will be really good enough for Fenerbahce, and he will not be really good enough to due to Simankaya. That's what I think. I mean, he's okay, but he has no capacity to play at Fenerbahce. I mean, more like, what I'm saying, the clubs like Schalke, what I'm saying, Hoffenheim, this clubs like this, not really big clubs.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but I think obviously he's not going to be as good as Kaya, but he probably will. I think they could play quite well next to each other. I looked him up. He's quite tall. I think 188 centimeters.
He's tall. He's like a wall.
Yeah, so that's good. Also, in his 4 years at Schalke, he's played over 100 games in the German Bundesliga, and that. Bundesliga is a good league. It's definitely better than the Turkish league, we know.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, so getting 100 appearances is good. He also played for Germany a few times, but then switched to Russia to play for them because they called him up to their Euro squad. Obviously, they're out the Euros now, but I think he'll be all right. I think he'd be a good guy for Fenerbahce. Maybe not the best we can get, but still, I think he's also for free. So that's another important thing.
Yeah. Now we have to look for free plays, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as you said, he has played more than 100 games in the Bundesliga. That's perfect. Also, he likes scoring own goals. That's another point. You know what I'm saying? I checked him. He's always scoring these own goals. So he reminds me of Edi Dresena from Fenerbahce. I was like, oh no, again. So he's okay. I mean, he will do well at Super League, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in Europe, we should look for another really great defender to do Simankaya. But we don't know. We can't say anything yet because we don't know what both our defenders will do. I mean, maybe Roman, he will do really great next to Simankaya. So we just should wait. If we sign Roman, we will we will wait to see if it works or not.
Yeah.
And also, there's another club that want to sign Roman. It's CSKA Moscow, you know what I'm saying, from Russia. They're really serious about Roman, and maybe he still didn't decide his idea, but it seems like he's confused because Russia is his country, so maybe he could move Russia to join Russian giants CSKA Moscow. But Fenerbahce is another adventure. It will be for Roman. So the time will show us what's going to happen. And let's talk about some disappearing news. Hatem Ben Arfa. You know, his name was on really Fenerbahce's list and still, but he's close to sign for Sevilla. The rumors say that. I don't know. Maybe I would really love to have Hatem Ben Arfa at Fenerbahce, but there were, I don't know right now, but there were 20 clubs after him. Maybe still. So we will see which club he will join. So what do you think about could any chance for him to join Fenerbahce?
Well, I think obviously. I mean, I think Fenerbahce and Sevilla were like the last two teams who kept on pursuing him. Obviously, I think there was about 16 big clubs who wanted. I think for me though, although he's had a very good season and he always was a bright sort of prospect of a player, I think he's a bit of a risk because when he sort of came to England and played with Newcastle and then Hull, he was like a flop. He didn't do well at all, and I think that's I always remember that because that was the time I watched him the most. I don't know so I'm just always worried about that if he ever came here. So I mean, it's not someone I greatly want. So I'm not too bothered if he does go to Sevilla, which just seems like he will now.
Yeah. So we will not be crying.
No.
I was following Premier League at this time. As you said, he was playing for Newcastle United, but I haven't heard his name. Like Ben Arfa helped team to reach 3 points. He was okay, but I guess I clearly don't remember. But I guess he got injured really a lot at Newcastle United, right?
Well, he did have a double leg break.
Yeah.
Do you know the Nigel de Jong? He broke both his legs.
Now I do remember. That's
So
some.
obviously that was hard for him.
It's a bad memory. So that's why I didn't remember. Broken legs. Okay, of course I don't want to remember that.
Yeah.
So as you said, I will not be really sad if he joins Sevilla, but he's a really class player. He had really good season at Nice in France, but I will not be sad if he joins Sevilla. But it will be really good to have him at Fenerbahce. You know what I'm saying? He's a really class player. He really goes really fast with the ball, and he knows how to tricks. He got really great skills. So the time will show what's going to happen too again. And let's say last words about Turkey national team in Euro 2016. So you have any words to say about Turkey national team, Dominic? They've been really disappointed at Euro 2016.
I mean, it was sort of a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Obviously, very bad at the start, and I thought there's no way we'll get through. And then to credit Fatih Terim, he managed to get them, pumped up for the final game. And Turkey won 2-0. That was a great game to watch. But we had to rely on other teams to sort of do the job we should have done before. And obviously, it didn't work out for us. So it's just, I think, for me, I think we need to change manager and start sort of winning the games we need to win and not relying on other teams.
Yeah, so I probably was this tournament was the last one for Fatih Terim as a Turkish national team manager. So it's really close for him to sign for Galatasaray. Probably he will be managing Galatasaray for the next season. It's not really guaranteed, but it seems like that. So and I do believe that the new Turkish national team manager could be Aykut Kocaman. I would really love to have him. I would really love to see him managing Turkish national team. So I could be really relaxed. You know what I'm saying? as you say, Turkey didn't start really well at Euro 2016. We lost 1-0 against Croatia, and then we lost 3-0 against Spain. So it was like a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? I was afraid that we couldn't have even able to score one goal. So yeah, but we did actually. We scored two goals, but it wasn't really enough because we kept our hope. Like we our chances were at Italian and Belgium's hands. So this should have not been like this. You know what I'm saying? You should have guaranteed your position at the group. So we couldn't have, and it was time to say goodbye to Euro 2016. It was a really early goodbye after Euro 2008. So a really disappointing performance from Turkish national team. Yeah, too many mistakes by Fatih Terim, also by players, not just him. Okay, maybe he is the we could blame him at the first point because of the lineups and using Hakan Çalhanoğlu as a right wing. Too many mistakes. So it was seemed like it will never work. So it will never work. Anyway, so we are all about Fenerbahce at the moment. We turned back to our lovely Fenerbahce. So, and we have talked about transfer news about Emre Taşdemir, Atuf, Roman, and Wondaville. I hope we will announce four of them at the same time, and it will be really good us to have also Wondaville. I was really hoping that we could sign Serdar Aziz, but his manager said he has already signed for Galatasaray for 4 years, right?
Yeah, I heard Aziz Yildirim was offered the chance to sign him by his agent and actually turned him down.
Yeah, I read that, and okay, okay, just okay. So yeah, nothing to say about. Yeah, so yeah, we lost him to Galatasaray. Anyway, so and we got Simon Kaya there not. And thank you for joining me, Dominic. It was a good episode. Also, we should say that Yukis wasn't able to join us because he's on a boat right now. He's enjoying his holiday. Yeah, he's partying like American rappers on a boat. Champagne on his hands, you know what I'm saying? Some chicks around him, you know. So let's also say something about Yukis, Dom. You want to say something about him?
Yeah, well, we've missed him for this podcast, but
Yeah.
we'll see him in the latest rap video.
Yeah. Yeah, he's shooting our rap video at the moment. It was a surprise, but Dom made it. It was a surprise. So yeah, we missed him at the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I missed hearing his yeah voice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully we will have him on the podcast soon again. So and enjoy your holiday, Yukis, and don't drink a lot. And thank you for joining me, Dom, and see you in the next episode.